Hi, everyone. I'm Johnny. I'm the co-founder of Mighty. We're building the safest way for AI and non-AI services to access private data. So I'm going to do a quick presentation real quick and then quickly jump over to a demo. So real high, quick overview is we think the next frontier for AGI is unlocking the private data. So a lot of tooling out there today are experiencing a renaissance. We have a lot of AI agents doing this, but they're all within walled gardens, right? You have Salesforce having their own AI services. You have Notion AI. How do you have these different services talk to one another? So oftentimes, when you come to building personalization, like if you want to build the next EA or a legal person who understands your situation or immigration service, how do you pull in private data context? Most model today cannot handle that, and things like social security number, medical records, financial details, all these things are blocked. So there's a huge, potential what we're locking away. And so while MCP today solves a lot of connectivity, it does not necessarily solve for privacy. And if you look across ecosystems, the evolution of the ecosystem is evolving quickly. And on June 18 this year, MCP released resources. So you can control resources, but there's still no way to enable, let's say, end-to-end encryption or end-to-end use cases for private data. So we think, the root cause is how do you balance safety and capabilities, right? Like one of our core principles is like how do you enable, model in the public space, such as like Anthropic or OpenAI, to be able to use private data, but also make it seamless and easy for everyday users. So we're Mighty, and so we're basically built on three simple pillars. We use client-side encrypted data vault, holding over 60 fields of personal data, such as like financial information, login information, social security number, passports. And we also use something called confidential compute. So if you've ever seen like a trusted execution environment, they've been around since NVIDIA H100s, and now they're also in our second generation. So any open source model that we use, we host it within it, and not even us or the layer that runs on top can see inside. So for the first time, it opens up a new world where applications, AI services or non-AI services can compute. We see this already happening within legal space with like Microsoft's Clean Room. So we're wanting to extend that capability towards AI services. We also think that today's permission systems are very not suitable for AI services. If you look at today's auth standard, they're built for human, right? So we are endpoint-based authentication services. We incorporate identity, such as backward compatibility with OAuth and soon to be Entrée ID. But the idea here is that we hope that we can leverage existing systems so that we can take on that next step, but also enable agents to represent you so that one day can go to a small claims court for you or jury duty. So if this is a high-level diagram overview to help explain the demo video shortly, the way you think about it is we think about us as feeding in as an MCP server. When you're asking a question that may have private data, it will then route it to our Mighty ecosystem. And so if you ask some private data tasks like, hey, what's like how much taxes do I need to pay, and can you handle that itself? So because we have private data within our secure data vault, it will get routed to the Mighty's ecosystem. It will return either a failure or success, as well as a message. So that way, no private data is leaked back to public-based infrastructures, and you also have the ability to do parallel processing in the same time. So we like to think of ourselves as a zero-knowledge architecture. Even us, we don't know what's being processed. So that way, we enable both enterprise use cases as well as everyday use cases for health and legal and others to be able to function. So yeah, quickly, I'll show you a demo. I'll narrate as we go, and then so we have two types of products. We have a secure client data vault, and we have the company account. The way you think about it here is we created a mock service for replicating U.S. passport renewal. It uses a identity service called Clear. So it pulls in your Clear identity. It knows who you are as a human. It bypasses using like Cloudflare privacy token, and it's able to basically set a policy and also access your, let's say, passport details. And what happens here is I'm going to fast forward here. Here's the secure data vault. Our secure data vault can handle personal connections and applications. You can make connections similar to our friend. You can data share with anyone. So if you want to share private data access towards a friend or family member, you can do so. You can put all your private data within your data vault itself. And then we created a chainlit application to demonstrate how it works. breakdown here is it feels like a normal OAuth application. You have a data access and policy layer, and you're granting the AI service. So here we're just mocking creating it, saying, hey, renew my passport. But the idea here is that we scope the token. We use something called capabilities token. So we do things like replay prevention systems as well as external party usage. So here, this is a base64 encoding open source standard that allows a third party to use your private data using public key, private key, and symmetric key. So that's it. Thank you.